Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak on this bill. And I thank you first and foremost for your leadership and your work in getting the Rural America, or the Broadband Internet Connections for Rural America Act to committee for markup. This bill is a historic down payment on the future of rural communities like the ones I represent here in Central Virginia. And I do thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your hard work drafting this legislation. And I'd also like to thank Ranking Member Thompson for his partnership on this bill and on the topic of broadband connectivity. I am so proud that this committee as a whole is united in our recognition of the importance of connectivity to our rural communities across Virginia and across the rest of the country. The access to reliable high-speed internet is actually and fundamentally an issue of opportunity, an issue of access, an issue of equity, and it's an issue that is important to so many of us. We do know that lacking broadband access in the 21st century is really not any different from lacking electricity at the turn of the last century, and that was clear in the chairman's comments. It's imperative that we meet these challenges of the need for universal broadband access this century with the same urgency and determination with which our country met the need for rural electrification in the last century. A lack of broadband connectivity hurts the ability of our students to complete their homework, our businesses to recruit and hire employees. It hurts farmers and their ability to take advantage of the latest agricultural technologies. And for so many communities, it makes it harder for young people and adults to move back to the places where they grew up in today's business age. Unfortunately, over the last year and a half, we have seen even further this significant inequities and challenges that persist in our society, and particularly those related to the digital divide because of COVID-19, whether it's students who can't access e-learning, professionals who've been unable to telework from the safety of their homes, small businesses who lacked the opportunity to utilize e-commerce tools, or the inability of anyone to be able to access telehealth and avoid the risk of exposure. COVID-19 has further shown the need for broadband connectivity across our communities and the importance of this utility across the country. For my constituents in the 7th District of Virginia, whether we close the digital divide has quickly become a real existential question, whose answer will decide whether communities can continue to compete or grow over the decades to come. And it's for that reason that I strongly support this legislation that would invest $43 billion through USDA's rural broadband programs to achieve coverage nationwide while improving coverage maps through community engagement and strengthening existing programs like the Reconnect program that have delivered proven results to communities across the country. Since I first came to Congress, I have been a strong advocate for funding the Reconnect program alongside my colleague, Representative Rodney Davis. In 2019, I was proud to lead my colleagues in successfully stopping efforts within the United States Senate to eliminate funding for the program. And I have worked hard for funding for this program because I know how effective USDA can be in the fight to expand broadband to communities that otherwise would not have access. I am pleased to see this bill authorize the Reconnect program through 2030 and make significant improvements to expand opportunities in not just unserved communities, but also in underserved communities that lack reliable broadband connectivity, which we all know is so necessary. Again, I would like to thank the chairman and the Agriculture Committee team and staff for their hard work on this bill. Passing this legislation is a crucial step forward in ensuring all Americans have access to high-speed broadband internet. I urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I yield back. Thank you.